Okay, so for this video, I want you to pay special close attention to what you're about to see. Take in the surroundings right here. Soak it in. And now observe off in the distance. What could those buildings be? That's a good question. They certainly look interesting and have to have a reason to be there. So let's just take a little stroll. This could take a while, so feel free to speed it along a few minutes. Okay, so let's get another look, shall we? Okay, there those buildings are again. And there's the broken bridge to Cainhurst down below. Now this here is just to get a better look at the castle itself. So make sure to pay close attention to the architecture in particular, especially this tower here. And that one as well. And then feel free to speed on ahead, because I was too much of a cheap ass to use a bold hunter mark, and I'll be walking all the way back to the lamp from here. Now, there's a very good reason that I'm going to this place in particular, and in case you haven't pieced it together yet, it will become clear in just a minute. Although before that, let's just take a minute to observe the beauty of this room that I didn't when I first conducted this boss fight. All of these beautiful corpses strewn around, completely bereft of eyeballs, which were adorning the witches' garbs. Quite an interesting fashion design choice. This was, in essence, sort of a makeshift charnel house, although the term Hemwick Charnel Lane does not exist in the Japanese version of the game, even though its layout would suggest that there is some charnel house activity going on. This building actually is not a charnel house, not only because of the fact that that doesn't exist in the Japanese name, but also because it actually serves a different purpose, which you'll see once I get outside. Another interesting thing is, oh, yeah, notice these bodies here as well. Very, very nice decoration choice. But, interesting thing about these enemies up here, no matter when you attack them, or where you are, as soon as you do, there's an executioner hiding off to the side that will come rushing up. It doesn't necessarily come after you, it runs up to the doorway that I just came from. So it's very possible just to wait behind the doorway and sneak attack it. Or you could just use Algera Vebriatus and destroy him. But the real reason why I came out here was to show exactly what building it was that we were seeing off in the distance. And it's answered by coming to the Hemwick boss building and looking off to the side. Look familiar? It should, because that is Cainhurst Castle. So the building that we were seeing from Cainhurst was this building right here. The area, or the structure where you fight the bosses, the Hemwick Witches, because that is an extension of the Cainhurst Castle, possibly a noble's. Very interesting detail. One that is very easy to miss, but also I found that incredibly intriguing because Hemwick Charnel Lane is probably my favorite area. There's just a lot of interesting lore to be had with this area in particular. And so many little subtle details that I cannot remember the YouTube user's name, but his video, the series is called Bloodborne Up Close, which he doesn't have too many videos, but it made me really appreciate this area here. And there's one final thing I did not record it in this video, but as you see here, this is how I got to Castle Cainhurst the first time. That spire is a remnant from the entire Cainhurst structure. I'm not sure what this area looked like before it was ransacked, but it's likely that those spires either may have lined this walkway, or perhaps maybe it had fallen from a structure. But this seemingly pointless bridge up front here that has a rune at the end, as I had put in text before, some may put a player note saying hidden path lies ahead. Now, this is not to troll players and say that there is a pathway that you can walk on. It is just a reference to the fact that this is a broken bridge that the horses take to get you to the castle. Yes, so this right here is what's left of that broken bridge. And in fact, if you start from the beginning of Hemwick Charnel Lane and go up onto those houses to the right and come through proper, or just go up that one building with the winding staircase nearby to get up onto the building, you can not only see the castle from a better angle, but you can also see that very same broken bridge that the carriage that you arrive on rests on. Very interesting. It's very easy to miss, but if you pay attention, it's to me one of my favorite little tidbits here.